Welcome to Skinner and Chalmers Weekly Roast. Today, Skinner exposed, from McSneezly to Principal, a bureaucratic tragedy.
Welcome, beloved listeners, to another piping hot serving of Skinner and Chalmers Weekly Roast. As always, I am your host, Principal Seymour Skinner, or am I? Just kidding, I definitely am, mostly. And sitting across from me, looking as radiant as a metamorphic rock formation under high pressure, is my husband and co-host, Superintendent Gary Chalmers.
You're starting with geology compliments. You must have really burned dinner tonight, Seymour.
Nonsense, Gary! That wasn't burning, that was a rapid oxidation technique I learned from a localized culinary school in the upper stratosphere of upstate New York. I call it carbonized casserole de la comet.
It was ash, Seymour. I bit into it and a cloud of dust puffed out of my mouth like I was a cartoon dragon. I'm still picking soot out of my teeth.
It's a texture thing, Gary. It builds character. Just ask the room boss, they absolutely loved cleaning up the debris. Speaking of debris, how was your day supervising the educational infrastructure of Memfield?
Exhausting. Van Gogh have been eating the budget reports again. Literally. I went to the town hall to file a complaint about the alligators. Gizmo and Mr. Jellybean specifically, digging a trench system in Sonic's front lawn, and there was Van Gogh standing on the mayor's desk, chewing on the fiscal year spreadsheet.
They are a champion of the people, Gary, or at least a champion of fiber. Did Van Gogh bleat any new policies?
They just stared at me with those rectangular pupils and ate a stapler. But that's not why we're here tonight, is it? We aren't here to discuss goat politics or why Gizmo keeps trying to wrestle Master Chief.
No. I thought we were going to discuss the rising cost of reptile insurance.
No, we are here because I was cleaning out the attic today.
The attic? Gary, you know that's where I keep my sensitive archives? And where all Bartholomew likes to practice his xylophone solos on his own ribcage? You didn't disturb him, did you?
The skeleton is fine. He actually helped me move some boxes. He's surprisingly strong for a pile of bones without connective tissue. No, Seymour, I found a box. A very heavy, very dusty box labeled, "Do not open under penalty of expulsion."
Ah, that box. Well, you know, standard administrative storage protocol, nothing to see there. Just old hall passes, confiscated yo-yos, perhaps a half-eaten sandwich from 1994.
Seymour, stop lying. I opened it. And I brought the contents down to the studio.
You violated the sanctity of the label, Gary. That is a Class 4 bureaucratic infraction.
I'll put a lid on it. Listeners, picture this. I open this forbidden cardboard sarcophagus, and what do I find? I find a tarnished, sad-looking silver trophy and a faded plastic ID badge.
They are collector's items.
Let me describe them for the audience, since they can't see the shame radiating off these objects. The trophy is a winner, cup from the 1998 National Proctoring Decathlon. The name engraved on it is Seymour Skinner.
A glorious day. The fluorescent lights were buzzing at a perfect B-flat, I tell you.
Yeah, right. But next to it, attached to a lanyard that smells like stale crackers and despair, is a participation ribbon. A second-place ribbon. And the ID badge attached to it bears the photo of a very young, very nervous-looking man who looks exactly like you, Seymour. But the name isn't Seymour Skinner.
The photo really doesn't capture my good side. The lighting in the registration hall was unflattering.
The name on the badge, Seymour, is Balthazar McSneezly.
Well, is true. I'm an imposter. But hey, it's a strong ancestral name.
Balthazar McSneezly. Seymour, did you mug a mathlete in a parking lot for this hardware? Who is Balthazar McSneezly? Is this why you insist on us buying tissues in bulk?
Keep your voice down, Gary. The walls have ears. Or at least the geckos are listening. Mrs. Trans, gecko is a notorious gossip.
Explain yourself. Why do you have a loser ribbon for a McSneezly and a winner trophy for a Skinner? Did you steal a trophy?
No, Gary. I didn't steal the trophy. I stole the identity.
You what? Are you just dropping something like that after so many years?
I stole the identity. It's quite a thrilling tale, actually. A saga of paper cuts, silence, and the arbitrary nature of administrative destiny. Gary, listeners, pour yourself a glass of yip, whoop wine. You're going to need it.
I'm listening. But if this story ends with you telling me McSneezly is an ancient dialect for principal, I'm filing for divorce.
No dialects today. This is the truth. The year was 1998. The setting, the National Proctoring Decathlon in Capital City. It was the Super Bowl for people who enjoy watching other people take tests.
God, that sounds boring. And I'm saying that as a school administrator.
It was electric, Gary. The air was thick with the scent of number 2 pencils and anxiety. I was young, ambitious, and my birth name, was Balthazar McSneezly.
I still can't get over that, McSneezly. It sounds like a rejected dwarf from Snow White.
It was a burden. Do you know how hard it is to command respect in a detention hall when your last name sounds like a sinus infection? I was a nervous wreck. I idolized the legends of the proctoring world, and the biggest legend of them all, the prodigy, the man who could spot a cheat sheet from 50 yards away, was a young man named Seymour Skinner.
There was a real Seymour Skinner.
Oh yes, he was magnificent. He had posture so straight he looked like he was still on the hanger. He had a stare that could curdle milk. He was the favorite to win the scholarship.
So you're Balthazar. He's Seymour. How did the switch happen? Did you push him down a flight of stairs?
Gary, I am a man of principle, and well, I am a principal. No, we were at the registration desk. It was run by a clerk who made the DMV look like a chaotic rave. This woman had a bun so tight it was pulling her eyebrows into her hairline. She refused to deviate from protocol.
I feel like I've met this woman.
We approached the desk at the exact same time. I was sweating profusely. It was a McSneezly trait. And the real Seymour Skinner was cool as a cucumber. The clerk grabbed 2 badges, slammed them on the counter, and swapped them.
Just like that?
Just like that. The real Seymour got the badge that said, Balthazar McSneezly. I got the badge that said, Seymour Skinner.
And you didn't correct her.
The real Seymour tried, he said. Excuse me, madam, there seems to be a clerical error. And she just pointed to a sign. Rule 34 Section B badge assignment is final. Complaints result in immediate disqualification.
Rule 34 Section B. That sounds made up. No one would ever come up with something like that.
You know, if it exists, there is a decathlon of it that uses that rule. It's the Proctor's Code, Gary. It's sacred. Now here is the moment where the timeline split. I, Balthazar, looked at that badge. It said Seymour Skinner. It felt heavy, important. I saw it as a lifeline. If I was Skinner, I could be confident. I could be a winner. I stayed. I was terrified, but I stayed.
And the real Skinner, the cool one. What about him?
He looked at the clerk. He looked at the buzzing lights. He looked at me shaking in my loafers. And something snapped in him. He realized he hated it already. He hated the rules. He hated the stiffness. He scoffed. Gary, it was such a cool scoff. And said, keep the badge. I'm out of here.
He just left. He disqualified himself.
That cool teacher walked out into the sunlight. He abandoned the decathlon to go find a real life. And I was left holding the bag. Or rather, the clipboard.
So you competed as him?
I had to. And because I was pretending to be him, I channeled his energy. I won the silence maintenance round. I dominated the ruler straightening event. I took home the gold, Gary. But inside I was still Balthazar McSneezly.
This explains so much. It explains the imposter syndrome. It explains why you hoard Roombas. You're trying to automate the control you don't feel you have. Is this why you can't admit, even after 11,000 burnt dishes, that there is smoke coming out of our oven, Seymour, not steam?
Perhaps. But wait, the story gets better. Or worse, depending on how you view romantic comedies.
Don't tell me the real Skinner died in a gutter somewhere because he sneezed.
Quite the opposite. Years later, I hired a private investigator. Well, it was actually just Shadow the Hedgehog doing me a favor. To track him down, I needed to know.
Shadow, the ultimate life form. You add him tracking a proctor. Maybe I don't even ask what you two are doing in your free time.
He's very thorough. He found the story. And why not asking him about the story? So, guys, please welcome our dear Shadow. It's been a while, my dear.
Yes, it was quite a while since I've visited you two goofballs in your podcast. Nice to be back for a while.
So, you found out about the real Skinner, Balthazar? What about him nowadays?
After the real Skinner walked out that day, wearing our Skinner's, Balthazar McSneezly, badge, he went into a coffee shop.
A coffee shop? Thrilling. Did he walk out there high as fives?
What the? No, not in Amsterdam. Just a coffee shop. He was feeling liberated. He was free from the expectations of being the perfect Seymour Skinner.
Yeah, anyways, so the old Skinner ordered a coffee, he told me. And then dust.
Dust. What do you mean by dust?
A cloud of dust from the street. It hit his nose. Now, the real Seymour Skinner had never sneezed in public. It was against his code. But he was free now. He let out a massive earth, shattering a chew-oh.
Bless him.
He jerked forward violently and knocked a cappuccino right out of a woman's hand, splattered her entire dress.
Smooth and embarrassing.
She looked at his coffee, stained shirt. Then she looked at his name tag, Balthazar McSneezly.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. She started laughing, right? She couldn't stop. She said, You sneezed, and your name is McSneezly. That is the funniest thing I have ever seen.
I have to admit, that is objectively hilarious.
The real Skinner was charmed by her laugh. He realized in that split second that if he said, "Actually, I'm Seymour, the uptight proctor," he would ruin the magic, he would kill the joke. So he smiled, a genuine smile, and said, "Yep, that's me, Balthazar."
He kept the name.
He kept it to sustain the bit. They fell in love. They got married. He adopted the McSneezly persona permanently. He became a relaxed, happy guy who isn't afraid anymore to be silly.
So, somewhere out there is a man Skinner's real name named Balthazar who is happy.
Oh, extremely. He's a baseball coach now. Shadow sent me photos. He wears a backwards cap. He gives high fives. He has a golden retriever named Buddy.
A golden retriever, not a ball-shaped alien or a volcano.
Just a normal dog, Gary. He has 3 kids, is happily married with that coffee woman. He coaches youth baseball for underprivileged kids. He uses his natural leadership skills for good, not for measuring the distance between desks.
And meanwhile, you became this?
The ultimate bureaucrat. I had to honor the name I stole. I became the Skinner the world expected. Strict, rule-obsessed, the kind of man who measures the grass height on the football field.
Seymour, you realize you trapped yourself in a prison of your own making.
I know. I realized that 5 years ago.
What happened 5 years ago?
The educators' conference in Capital City. You remember? You were at the seminar on Rocks, They Wait for No Man.
A fascinating seminar. I learned a lot about sedimentary patients.
I was at the valet stand and I saw him, the new Balthazar.
You met him.
We recognized each other instantly. It's hard to miss your own face, even if it is tanned and smiling, which mine rarely is. I walked up to him. I was shaking. I said, I have your name. I'm sorry. I can give it back.
And what was his response? I'm curious as well.
He laughed. He just laughed and shook his head. He said, keep it. Being Skinner meant following rules and measuring pencil lengths. Being McSneezly got me a wife who laughs at my jokes, 3 wonderful children, a job as a professor at university, and all in all a life I love. You did me a favor, pal.
Wow, that stings a little, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Like you've missed something big there, Skinner.
It did sting. We shook hands. It was the parking lot pact. I kept the burden of authority. I kept the mother, Agnons.
Oh God, you took Agnes too, right?
It came with the territory. And he kept the joy. He kept the freedom.
So, let me get this straight. There is a version of you out there who is cool, successful, athletic, and happily married to a woman who loves his sneezing. And the only reason you aren't him is because a stressed person gave you the wrong badge at a stupid contest.
Well, essentially, yes.
And instead you came to Memfield, bought a house with a volcano, married me, and spend your days arguing with a unionized golem named Cogsworth about break times.
Exactly. But tell me one thing, even if I missed a totally different life, mine is worth every second of it. Because it gifted me you, Gary. The best husband in this world, together with a bunch of crazy animals, neighbors, and a lovely community in Memfield. And, of course, the best listeners in the world.
Seymour, that was the most beautiful thing you've ever said. I love you.
I love you too.
I also love you.
Shadow, is there something you need to tell me?
What? Oh, sorry. Wasn't paying attention. I talked to Seymour's big palm tree in the entrance hall. Love that thing. But yeah, time to speed off for me. Thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of the roast.
Bye, Shadow. Thanks for dropping in.
Bye. Thanks for me as well. So, back to our story, Skinner. I have never respected you less, and yet I have never been more entertained.
Yeah, crazy story and all.
But after all, I still have a question, Seymour.
Ask away. That's why I'm here.
If the only thing separating you from cool Balthazar is a mindset, why do you still act like this? Why are you still so stiff? You have the job, you have the life. You could just relax, be cool. You don't need to change your personality just because of a name tag you stole in 1998.
Oh, I can't do that, Gary.
And why not?
The acting comes with the name. It's method. If I break character now, the whole universe resets. That's what the God Cube told me. A Skinner must be a Skinner. If I started wearing backwards caps and high-fiving students, the very fabric of Memifield would unravel. The Rubas would revolt.
The Roombas are already revolting, Seymour. One of them is currently trying to herd Cosmos puppies into the pantry.
Exactly. They sense weakness. I must remain the iron fist of bureaucracy. But
what?
I will admit, there is one day a month, one secret day.
What are you talking about?
One day a month I drive 3 towns over, put on a fake mustache, a different one than usual, and I go to a batting cage. And I hit dingers, Gary. Massive dingers.
Hitting home runs.
I channel the inner McSneezly that's still left, just for an hour. Then I come home, straighten my tie, and complain about the school budget.
I knew it. Is that where you go when you say you're inspecting the district's chalk supply?
Perhaps. Can you guess which day it is?
Is it the third Thursday? Because you always come home smelling like hot dogs and victory.
A magician never reveals his secrets, Superintendent.
Well, Balthazar, I suppose I can live with that, as long as you keep the sneezing to a minimum.
Deal! Oh, look at the time! We've barely scratched the surface of the mailbag.
We have a mailbag.
We do. Let's see who wrote in. Ah, here's a message from Loomis of Failing. She writes, Dear Skinner, if you are a fake Skinner, does that mean the steamed hams recipe is also stolen?
Ha! Got you there.
How dare you, Loomis! The steamed hams are an old Skinner family recipe, which, legally, I am now the patriarch of. It's a regional dialect from the McSneezly clan, adopted by the Skinners.
You're digging a deeper hole, Seymour.
Here's another one from Ratcherox. She asks, Does Mary Baron von Floatsalot know about the identity theft?
Good question. The inflatable swan is very philosophical. She might view identity as a fluid construct, much like the pool water she floats on.
Mary knows everything. She gazes into your soul with those painted-on eyes. I confessed to her last summer while I was patching a leak in her left wing. She just bobbed in agreement.
She was probably just judging your adhesive application technique.
And we have a message from Van Gogh. It's just a hoof print.
And a bite mark on the corner of the paper. Classic Van Gogh. They probably want us to support their eternal mayoralty campaign.
I heard rumors they're trying to ban the election process entirely. Van Gogh wants to establish a Caprine autocracy.
As long as the goat fixes the potholes on Main Street, I don't care if they're a dictator. Although last time I saw him, they were trying to eat the asphalt, so I'm not hopeful.
Memfield politics are always lively. Oh, speaking of lively, ArticTiger, our local pope, sent a donation.
The Pope sent money. Usually, it works the other way around.
He says, Please stop talking about the 1998 proctoring decathlon. The AI is starting to generate fan fiction about it.
Oh God, the AI, is that the MemedHamsAI stream?
Yes. Artic says the digital versions of us are currently debating whether a protractor can feel love.
I worry about the future, Seymour. I really do. Between the AI, the sentient water toys, and your former evil twin Roboskinner finally getting his own apartment.
Roboskinner is doing great. I visited him last week. He's really turned a corner since Chalmers was rescued. He's taking pottery classes now.
Pottery? The man who tried to laser blast the neighbors?
It's therapeutic. He made a lovely clay bust of Master Chief. It's a bit abstract. It looks more like a potato with a helmet, but the sentiment is there.
Well, I'm glad he's reforming. Maybe he can make you a new trophy to replace that participation ribbon.
I will cherish that ribbon forever, Gary. It reminds me of the road not taken, the road where I didn't meet you.
You're impossible. You know that?
I am Balthazar McSneezly. I am Seymour Skinner. I am an enigma wrapped in a blazer seasoned with the smoke of a burnt roast.
You're an idiot. But you're my idiot, and I love you.
Gary, you sweetheart.
Don't push it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and go-karts. That brings us to the end of another chaotic dive into our lives. We've uncovered secrets, we've relived trauma, and we've confirmed that somewhere, a golden retriever is being petted by the man I could have been.
And we've confirmed that you owe me a new dinner, since the brisket is currently serving as charcoal for the grill.
I'll order pizza.
From where?
There's a new place called Luigi's Mansion of Mozzarella. It's run by a very nervous green-hatted fellow.
Fine. Just make sure the delivery guy doesn't get eaten by the alligators. Snappy has been looking particularly hungry today.
I'll send Cogsworth to intercept.
Good, dear listeners, that's our show. Join us next week.
Until next time, Memafield! Keep watching the skies, keep petting your orb pets, and remember, if you sneeze, own it. It might just change your life.
Good night, Balthazar.
Good night, Gary.